Hi everybody, here's Krystian and this is Trace 5, again our new channel dedicated to Netrunner content. We are currently building this channel, so do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're going to continue with our coverage of the German nationals. One quick warning, the video quality will be really bad at the beginning because this is something that we streamed, but don't worry, it will recover very quickly to our known quality level. So enjoy this one. And we are back. Hi, here's Krystian from Team Cast again.
And Evil Gas from the UK.
And we are in round 2 of the German top cut of the Nationals.
Yeah, exciting times.
And this time we decided to go to a different table, to a different matchup. This is going to be Heinzel versus Dome.
Krystian?
Yes, please, continue. People are waiting for us. All right.
Well, we're the most important.
Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, stop.
Oh, something exciting's happening. I may have pressed record on the camera, perhaps.
I didn't press record on the camera. Very important. Okay, so this is going to be Heinzel versus Dome. So Heinzel was really excited about this matchup. About this tournament, I mean.
All right.
Because it's the last time he can play White Tree.
Is RP going to die?
Yes, and so, you know, it's kind of like faraway tour for RP for him. He's a big fan of RP.
Right, yeah.
He's been playing RP even though under other, like in moments where other generic IDs were more popular. Also really exciting tournament for Dome. He didn't do so well last Nationals.
Yeah.
And so this kind of like a, you know, resurgence of the Dome.
A second chance.
Yes.
So do you know what kind of wizard he's playing? Is it Cypher Wizard? Is it more regular?
I have no idea.
No?
But I'm assuming... Excuse me, what?
Sounds like it's Cypher
It's a
Wizard.
Cypher Wizard. We're getting hot tips.
Information from the hundreds of fans we have behind us.
Yes, from the audience.
It's like a football stadium here.
Yes. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. So Cypher against White Tree.
I think we've got. There's a good chance that Cypher or Cypher. It's Cypher, isn't it? It should be Cypher.
Cypher or Cypher?
I've been told it's Cypher officially.
I always say Cypher, but
Cypher
you know,
more
we
sense.
always say stupid things anyway in Germany here, so whatever. That's an interesting thing. Installed of 2 ice, and then
yeah, I think that's going to be to go and get a Sundew or something and start building money really quickly.
So what's the name of the card again? It's Tech Startup, right?
Yeah.
Sundew. It's a really good idea. The card came out ages ago.
Yeah.
And people were like, but now recently we see so much resurgence of this. This is amazing.
Yeah, there's so many good assets these days. It's totally worth it, you know, especially with the Style Moon and all the rest of it.
Yeah, especially those kind of assets that start at the beginning of the turn, which I think it also triggers, right? Does it trigger?
Yeah.
Yes. Leaving R&D open, which gives Dome an ability to run on R&D once, but sees nothing. And then he gets...
I would expect Sundew, but I don't know what's in this deck.
Daily casts, and yeah, that's going to be absolutely. There's no way this is not going to be a Sundew. But of course, Sundew triggers on the runner's turn, so
that's right.
So yeah, so that's why it's actually really good with things, because if it was something that triggers on a corpse turn, then I guess it wouldn't see the trigger.
You'd miss the trigger at that point, yeah.
Yes, that was my question. Yes. Okay.
And it's really worth getting rid of those Sundews if you can. I know a lot of players, when they start to see the money pile up, they think, okay, I'll leave it now, it's too late. But against RP, it's really important to get rid of them. Deny the club as much money as possible.
Something I really like here is the play by Heinzel, this putting the second ice not on the R&D, but putting it on a remote server, because he knows this is Whizzard. The Whizzard likes to trash things, so I'm going to protect it right away. So there is still a tax associated with trashing things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his agenda suite is, but I assume it's stuff like Oberkatas and Fetals and things like that, so he's happy leaving R&D open. Maybe.
Yeah, there is Oberkata. I'm pretty sure. I think Heinzel has been really experimenting with which 3-pointer to use, whether it's going to be Oberkata or Future Perfect, because Future Perfect still has a lot of going to it.
Yep.
Like Oberkata, you can still score it, like if you have then enough cards on hand.
Yep.
And if you don't have, there is no kill in this deck anyway, there is no way to follow this up a little bit.
Yeah.
And so Future Perfect might be often the right choice.
Yeah, exactly. It depends. If you're going to go for kill, then you go all in on it, I think. Yeah, seeing the Nisei. I don't know, in RP you want Niseis anyway, so whatever the other agendas are, you'll always have 3 Niseis because they're so good.
Yeah, Niseis is just, no brainer there, yeah. It would be really exciting if somebody from the Jinteki would win in a Worlds, then we'll maybe get some really nice Nisei full bleed cards. That would be very nice.
Yeah, lovely.
Really beautiful card there.
So I think that running around archives to turn on the ability to be able to run a remote and then run for Jackson and trashed it.
Yeah, makes sense. But still, like a lot of credit tax for Doma here.
Yep, it's all about taxing the clicks of the runner.
We see Parasite being discarded, so eventually can be brought back with something like Deja Vu.
Yeah. And we're sort of in a dangerous point now with the Jinteki because he's getting some money. So,
oh wow,
that's interesting.
Heinzel going with 2 remote servers, and of course R&D is also iced. So
yeah, so you're going to wonder about, is it a Cortex lock or something like that? You don't want to eat one of those, or a Kamini maybe. And then now, because the amount of money that the courts managed to get very quickly, things like DNA Tracker or even Chiashi are online.
Okay, so there's run on HQ, and that is going to be the DNA Tracker.
Yeah.
Such a good ice.
I'm surprised he just ran that.
Well, you gotta start face checking something.
Yeah, I think he's got a Cipher in hand or Cypher in hand.
So there's gonna be 3 net damage. Ooh, second Parasite, that's okay still. There's the Cypher. No. 3 Parasites, all of them gone. Oh my gosh.
So, arguably the play there is...
Oh, but he...
we can't say. Now, what was I telling you about that? You won't listen to me,
Never mind. I take it all back.
So, arguably the play there is, if you've got enough money, you play your Cypher, and then you've got a Street Peddler out, so the Corp doesn't know whether you've got a Parasite you can use instantly. So then they think, do I want to spend 8 on a DNA Tracker that might just get killed straight away? So that gives them some kind of threat. But if you run without Cypher out, the Corp's like, well, obviously I'm resing on my DNA Tracker, I'm going to punish you.
Yeah.
So you have to put some kind of threat there. You can't just run run against Jinteki with all that money, with no breakers or anything out. That's really... it's not going to be vanilla, is it? It's always going to be something that's upsetting.
Yeah, the times where it's just, whatever, man just ran on a face check, it's good. The corporation will spend money. It's like those times are over. Although we do see Heinzel going a little bit down on the money, that resing the A track is very expensive, 8 credits.
Yeah.
Of course, also expensive for the run and face check as well.
I'd take that 8 credits. That's
and those, okay. Doma has the Deja Vu, so he can get back the viruses, but that was some really clutch snipes there.
He's only got so many Deja Vus, possibly with 2, maybe 3. So the number of Parasites he can use has already gone down by 3 because he's lost those.
Yeah.
And they're really crucial in this game to get rid of that big fat ice. Now Archives has been iced up as well, so those remotes are looking even more secure. And
then we see something that we saw in the meta being very, very widespread these days, which is playing a lot of currents on the runner's side, especially Employee Strike.
Oh yeah, I missed the Employee Strike, yeah, so if he wants to, he can run the remotes, but after his experience with that DNA Tracker, I think he'll be a bit more cautious.
It's really interesting because it's like two years or 3 years, was it? But finally we're at the moment where there's this current war that we talked about, where there's this back and forth between currents, between Corp and Runner.
That's it, there's enough out there now that it makes it worthwhile playing more.
And as a Corp, you have to also think about, like, am I willing to just maybe play without my Corp ID for a while, or do I have to engage in this Corp war?
Yeah,
current war.
I think that's one of the reasons why we see so much HB, because it doesn't matter too much.
Mm-hmm.
If you get turned off, you lose a credit, but so what?
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yes.
Whereas a lot of things like RP or like CI, if you get played on a play strike and everybody's playing 3, you're in trouble. Oh, that's interesting.
All right, so Doma did Parasite that was a vanilla, I think, in front of it.
Yeah, it was a vanilla. After me saying there wouldn't be one.
And then he trashed the Sandu, which is also very important for Heinzel here. That's a very important economy engine, and so Heinzel will probably be very interested in getting that up again somehow. Yeah,
I guess there's the Friends in High Places, still a cheap splash. It's only 1 influence. There could be some of those in there, which would help the Corp getting back things like Caprice upgrades or whatever else as well.
Okay,
so it's drawn quite furiously there.
Wow. Okay, and then using Jackson, of course, always there's the threat of rumor mill. Oh wow! Thanks, Heinzel. He showed us 3 agendas that he shuffled back here, so he was in the flooded apparently. Something that's actually Heinzel has is a bit of a bad streak of having those games where he has a lot of agendas on hand. We saw the legendary games between him and Kefalopode back in the days at the Osnabrück. No, it was Osnabrück. It was somewhere in North Germany. And then, of course, then he also lost recently a regional, also being severely agenda flooded in the top cut against Mark. Yes, who's actually here in the audience. So, so hopefully history doesn't repeat like one third time around.
Mark is the MCN from
All right, so Heinzel played Subliminal Messaging, which is a really great card.
Great card, certainly this deck.
Year, yeah. So now Dome, if Dome doesn't make a run each turn, then Heinzel gets even another credit.
Well, that's Blacklist.
Ooh,
which is
spicy tech.
Especially as Blue Moose is now on the table, so he can't use that to get any money.
Something that a lot of corps are actually going into because Blue Moose is just so prevalent.
Yeah.
And it stops that and also stops other things like, Dome can't recur the Parasites anymore.
Parasites back, exactly.
At least for now, until he deals with that. Okay, so Yogg is probably a good choice here because if he has Cipher, he can get through to R&D for free, HQ for free.
Yeah, he needs some support for that though.
Yeah.
Well, he's very low money. I think he's looking pretty good for the corp at this point. I hope I'm not giving the kiss of death by saying that.
You jinxed it. You jinxed it. If there's something I learned from commentating those games, there's never such thing as having as much money as it doesn't matter anymore. We've in all of the games we ever had, eventually you get that money gone somehow. There's so many ways to spend the money.
But I think because the run is so poor, it makes a lot of, it gives a great advantage to the money that can be leveraged by the corp.
Absolutely. All of these eyes could be potentially a DNA tracker now. And what do you then? Although, again, with a Yogg and maybe a Cipher out, the Dome can actually afford to face track some stuff. How often can you use the Cipher? Once per turn or once per run?
Once per turn, yeah. And then the other thing you've got to remember that in Jinteki now they've got Chiashis, which is the barrier, which can do 4 net damage.
Yeah.
So
of course,
you don't want to hit that.
Yeah, that's true. That's now also but on the other hand, Chiashi is so much money.
It is.
And if then Dome parasites that one, that's just so much money down the drain as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, face check into I haven't seen that ice in a long time. That's a Tsurugi.
Yeah.
So that's this 1 to 2 net damage, and then
3.
There's one separate team where you have to decide whether it's end the run or the runner continues, and then you get 3 net damage if the runner continues.
That's right. The core pays 1, or it ends the run, and then it's 1 net damage easy.
So it's really nice because it's an end the run ice, but it's also a taxing ice. There's sort of subroutines, and it also can turn very easily into a kill ice type of thing.
It is, but with the cost, 6 cost to res, only 2 strength, Parasite's a real problem for it.
Yeah, but in this setup, kind of
where we are at the minute, it's it's not too bad, but there is a Parasite in hand, so.
Yeah, but also you have to consider this is also a matchup where actually the strength of the ice doesn't matter that much because there is a Cipher.
Yeah.
Oh god, I think I got infected by your Cipher pronunciation. Cipher, Cipher. We're not going to be very consistent about this now.
Console. I'm going to call it console for now.
That one console that everybody hates. Okay. I really like how the Blue Moose is locked out through the
it's really frustrating with that.
Doma would have really loved to see some more credits. With 6 credits, there's just not much he can do. And he has a dirty laundry, but then everything is iced up. Everything that can be dangerous potentially.
Yeah.
I think something that Doma really has to do is put down a Cipher so he can maybe run HQ, maybe do the Delta Laundry, this kind of stuff. How much does Cipher cost?
5.
That's okay. If he gets for free into HQ, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's why I was sort of saying earlier that he should just put it down to then he's got the threat constantly there.
Oh, but look at Heinzel here, setting up a 3 ice server. Is that 3 ice or 2 ice? I think it's 2 ice. And then 2 cards installed in that server.
Yeah.
So he's, I think, going for a score here, perhaps, although nothing advanced, so it can't be the Nisei, right?
So there might be a one-off Philotic in there, but I would suspect that's possibly another upgrade. Or he's just put a Jax in there with one upgrade that existed.
Run Archives no rest, though, so now Dome can run on a remote server.
It could just be that's a pretty weak piece of ice on Archives, and he's hoping that he'll run somewhere else.
There goes the Parasite.
So. And
then
that's
he
it.
gets credits.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his whole thing.
That's underwhelming.
Well, you know, he prepares for better times now. This is good timing for Doma too, because if Heinzel does want to score this, he probably might not be able to deal with. Yeah, see, so that's a problem for Doma, for Heinzel now.
Yeah.
Because if he wants to commit to this agenda, then he will have to lose the blacklist next turn.
Yeah.
Because Tsurugi is 2 strength.
Yeah, I don't think he has to worry too much about it. I mean, he doesn't have to score it next turn. He's got money. The runner's not really got a lot going for him. He's got one parasite that's out.
So
and once that goes in the bin, if you keep blacklist active.
Yeah, you could maybe overwrite this ice now and then slow roll
just
the agenda.
slow roll it. Why not? You've got 3 ice in front of it. There's no way the runner's getting in. And you've got defensive upgrade as well. It's pretty safe there.
Yeah, but he would lose some tempo if he does that. Doma is getting some credits at least now, so he has a sure gamble there. And didn't run, so Heinzel gets a credit. Oh, that's so rough. And then scored it. Okay, he actually sacrifices the blacklist. Unless there's some really spicy ice on the centrals.
Renting out places to bring that blacklist back or something.
That as well. That's also a possibility.
Of course. So Doma's got to run, because he's got rid of M-Play, he's tried Doma to run a central first before he can even attempt to get rid of the blacklist. So he's either got to hit that DNA tracker or risk one of the other pieces of ice.
And that is going to be the Street Peddler. Dawn's side. Keeps throwing cards. Oh, what's that? Oh, the Dirty Laundry on the blacklist. Oh, that's good.
So it looks like he ran...
Oh, there's something he also wants to do before that. There's going to be a slums. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, man, that's some good play from Doma. There's a question how he ran on the remotes if he didn't run on central. I
don't know for sure. It looked like he ran archives.
He might have run on archives, yeah. They're playing very fast and not really showing where they're running, so eventually I will have to scour through the audio tapes and find out what they actually did. Okay, so the blacklist of the table means Doma might be back in the money again. He already has 12 credits, so that's fine. Yeah, okay, so they're recounting the clicks to make sure that they did everything correctly. There's 1 click left. Run.
You run 2 times archives. You went to laundry, the blacklist and did the trash.
No, the first week he took back. Because he couldn't afford it.
Okay, another Sunju.
Yeah, so there's the Sunju server up again.
Yeah. Now makes his active so he can have some money as well on the runner side.
Yeah, finally getting that sweet moose.
Yeah, getting rid of that blacklist as well has been a real game changer, I think.
Does blue moose mean anything in English? Is that a thing?
It's
somehow?
not.
Is that a reference to something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Why is it a moose?
I don't know.
It's written differently than the animal moose, is it?
No, it's the same.
Is it the same?
The blue's written differently.
It is actually wow.
The blue's not written as the colour blue.
That's really just. Maybe a blue milk reference somebody says from Star Wars, but that's very far fetched. Is the blue milk coming from a moose? Is that the idea?
I don't know. I would hesitate to try and guess.
Never drank moose milk previously, but maybe
you might be
blue.
missing out. Maybe you can.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe moose cheese. That would be also interesting. Blue moose cheese. Oh,
very good. Yeah. At Nordic Nationals last year, there was a guy who turned up late because his trainer hit a moose. That was like proper hashtag Swedish problems.
That's very Swedish indeed. Okay, so we see a fast track. I really love that tech by Heinzel here.
Yeah.
Getting the Nisei when he has a scoring window clear, he has one, or he thinks he has one.
Yeah, well, I imagine it's a Caprice in a row, and he's got a Nisei counter, and he's got plenty of ice.
So he gets that Nisei train rolling, at least a small train, but at least he gets into the station.
Well, once he's got that scored, then, he's within striking distance of winning the game.
But on the other hand, look, Doma is now back on the money. He can be very aggressive now.
Yeah.
He can start running all those unrest ices, and you see, Heinzel is no longer as rich as he used to be.
Yeah. I don't know if he can just run blindly without any kind. You know, he's only got Yogg.
Yeah.
And the parasites
He really
are all
still
in
needs
the-
to get out the cipher.
Yeah, and he needs to get those parasites back at some point.
Okay, running on R&D.
Okay, he's
And
going for
running
it.
the servers. Oof. Yeah, has to install the paperclip here because of the vanilla. It cost him a lot of money already. Yes, barricade for 1 credit.
And there goes Priest.
No resting the second. Oh, ooh, what is that?
That's a Fairchild 3.
It's a 3.0. Okay. The Fairchild has all very similar
They're all very
illustrations.
similar, aren't they? Yeah.
It's difficult to pull.
And very similar to Mother Goddess as well. I've accidentally put Mother Goddess in my deck thinking it was a Fairchild.
Oh no,
That was bad.
that's dramatic. Okay, so now that's something that Dome actually can deal with right now. He doesn't have the Yogg cannot get back up to the strength.
Yeah, again, not having the cipher out is a problem.
And it's really good splash here in the White Tree because you never have the clicks to click through it.
Exactly, yeah. Unless you've got your employee strike out,
Yeah.
and you've had to wait
And
till
run
it clicks
first
somewhere
click,
else.
you know.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty good. So I guess the subroutine's fire, right?
Yeah, it looks like you're spending some money then for one of the subroutines, or maybe both.
The subroutines are also so complicated, never because it's rarely ever fires for me as well. So it's like, okay, whatever, just break it. Okay.
Yeah, it's spend 3 credits or a treasure card twice.
The runner decides, right?
Yeah, and then the last one is 1 burning damage or end the run.
Okay, so there's a Caprice. Did he score it?
I think it's gone off the edge of the screen.
Yeah, he scored.
So he's got 2 Nissa counters now, which is massive.
There's the cipher,
There we go.
depending on how you pronounce it. Okay, so now
Now we can start.
now HQ is like,
But it's only once per turn still, so it's just 1 card you can see.
yeah, trashing the
Yeah.
actually
He uses a wizard credit and slums it from the game.
slumsing the Nisei has been already scored. Mark. Nisei has been already scored.
Okay, attacking R&D now.
Okay.
Oh, has he already used this side?
Running on R&D, nothing there. Yeah, he already used it to get an HQ, I guess.
Yeah, so that was...
Wow, he's really. But
But with only 5 credits on the co-op side, I guess he thought
yeah,
that was
yeah.
safe.
There's just not so much he can do, and I guess Dome is not preparing a medium run. So I think Heinzel really has to get up in the money and making sure that the R&D is protected here.
The good thing about, well, from the co-op point of view, the good thing about Cypher is it's only usable once per turn, so even with medium, you'd only be able to do it.
I love
One
it.
counter, one
Dirty Laundry, that HQ for and get in for free again through the DNA tracker. That's pretty good.
That's pretty tasty.
That's Cypher thing. Okay, so I think we're gonna see Heinzel getting up into money with a Celery gift. Dome has he has a surprise employee strike on hand. He also has a Dirty Laundry, and there is also the medium.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a employee strike. Is that played or discarded? It's played. Okay. Okay, Heinzel, are you going to show us your salary gift? No salary gift. He decides to go for a
There you go.
score.
Yeah, that's what
he
you
can
do.
win the game right now, so
Yeah.
why not?
If you've got the 5-3, you go for
He has 2 counters. It's going to be very difficult for Doma to contest this. It seems like
to get into that remote 3 times, 3 side games.
that clutch Fairchild. That clutch Fairchild, so good.
Yeah, I don't know what he's
I mean,
gonna get.
Doma could try to do like a major R&D deck and maybe hopefully see 2 agendas, one of them a 3-pointer, but
with 2 Nissa counters, he can't really do a major dig, can he?
there's going to be just 1 run technically.
He can do a mediocre dig, and that's about it. Yeah,
Doesn't
no
see
agenda.
anything.
So I think he's. If that, it depends. That might not be a 5-3 agenda because sometimes people put a 4-2 agenda in and advance it twice.
Yeah.
Just to make the runner panic. I think they have to go for it.
That's true. Maybe be like really like, oh Jesus Christ, what am I doing? HQ might be also a good choice here, but on the other hand, Heinzel seems like he He might have no Ingenuous on hand, although he didn't play the Celery Gift, so maybe he has some Ingenuous on hand.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I think Doma concedes. Yep, there we go. Obayaka Protocol. Sweet, interesting game. Doma struggling at the beginning with a blacklist.
Losing that cipher was important. I wouldn't have run with, like I said, I'd put the cipher out and that would have protected him, but then he struggled because he didn't have it the rest of the game.
But then we saw him recovering so yes. fabulously. He had this game. Seems like he had the game actually locked down. But of course, then Heinzel could do a cheeky score there, and of course with the Fairchild, that was something
that was big as well. Yeah, because Young's good, but
it's just not so good for Fairchild. At least not when the cipher has been already used. So that was really fascinating. Cool. So we're gonna move on to the next game. I hope you will join us next time around.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see the finals from the top cut, from the upper bracket.
From the winner bracket. Yeah. Oh, exciting times.
Okay. See you in a while. So here's Krystian after editing once again here with a quick reminder to mash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really helps us building the channel. Otherwise, see you in the next game. And as always, hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car! Shit on me.